Please click the button. Please click the button.
Okay.
Just go
Well,
live.
we're live. We're live.
Are we?
We're live.
Oh, we're live. It's just come up with me now. Oh, we were live
you're
20
good.
seconds ago. Oh, thank God.
You're borderline, but you're good.
Oh my God. Okay, yeah, thank God. I feel really comfortable when I'm live because there's accountability. Like,
Yes.
a lot of accountability. I can't edit it out. I can't. Yeah, it's great. I love it. It's really good.
Live is so underrated. You know how hard
love
it is
live.
to be live?
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah. When you're a guest, it's amazing. When you are managing, moderating, and presenting and talking, and like it's a stimulus, sensory overload. Like that Jordan Boyd stream last week was like sensory overload on steroids.
Well, normally you would have a producer doing all of the stuff, but you do that as well as hosting it. So it's kudos to you for doing it all, which is a very underappreciated skill, I think.
So underappreciated. Anyway, Ari, guess what?
What, Matt?
It's reflections time.
It is. Favorite time of the week.
And guess what date it is?
The 10th of July.
It's Wednesday, the 10th of July, 2024. Gokhan's here. Peter V's here. Christian is here. Maz, Damien, Brandon, Jay, Stephen B. They're all here, mate. They're here because this is going to be, we're kind of going back to the original format of reflections, but we are bringing the game back and we've got a tough game.
Yes, I'm excited. I don't know it as per. I like not knowing it. I like finding out when everyone else finds out. I think it's good. It's also so I don't get tempted to cheat before. Like, I don't have that thought because I don't know it. So,
yes,
no, it's gonna be a good show. I can't wait. I'm pumped. I'm happy. I'm happy to like speak about some older games. Get back to that. Get back to that kind of swing of things.
So, have you got a win in yours? Okay, great. So do I. What we're going to do is I'm going to start because I think yours is going to be a bit better than what I do because mine's you'll see.
Yeah.
Then we're going to do your game. Then we're going to play the game. Then we're going to talk about Patrick Cripps and we're going to do like a little mini reflections on memories of Patrick Cripps, given that it is his 200th game.
Let's do it. Can't wait. I'm pumped.
So this, for me, I don't know why, but it's the first time since we've done this show that the game has come to me the way it did. And I don't know why, it was, those random games that are in your head for no reason, just random as fuck.
Yeah, I've got a couple of those. Yeah.
Mate, round 17, 2008 is where I'm taking us.
This is great because I've literally got no idea, like absolutely zero.
For some reason, I was drawn to it. I remember it sticking in my mind. In my mind, I had told myself it was the first, because I was in year 12. I was 16, 17. And it was the first time I remember Judd really dominating. It was his first year with the club. He had played great games, but the power wasn't fully there in his body and you could see it. And I, for some reason, feel like this was the real game where he started really dominating in the way that he did when he won the Brownlow, which is a really weird thing to say because I went back and looked through the year and he actually had some really good games before this one, but for some reason, this one sticks out as one of his best. I forgot a lot of things about this game that I'm going to unpack. So, are you ready?
I was born.
You were born ready?
Of course.
All right. Born killer, the opposite of born. So, this was at Marvel Stadium, 2008. 37,879 people were at this game. It was a Sunday, the 27th of July, 4:40 p.m. game. Okay. So round 17, we're struggling. We're a middle of the table team. We need to win to keep our finals hopes alive. So we've got, young Murphy, young Cruiser, young Gibbs, Juddy's there, Betsy's there, Favol is there. So I want to ask you, who kicked the first goal for us on this day? You know the player. I wouldn't ask if you didn't know.
This is just pure stab in the dark because I've literally, when I tell you this game could go in every single which direction because I've got no idea. I'm just going to assume Fed.
No.
Eddie? Oh, God. So this is 08 is like really pushing it when it comes to my knowledge because it would be too early for Garlett and players like that.
It's a guy that I've already mentioned when doing the lead up to this game.
Murph?
No.
Is it Chris Judd?
No.
Cruiser.
Yes.
There we go. Finally.
Okay. The play is incredible. The play is incredible. Simo running bounce, kicks to Judd. Terrible kick. Judd had this ability to make the bad kicks look great. So he has his elite pickup back to Simo, kicks it to Cruiser, who lines up for his for a goal. Now, interesting fact about this goal. So Cruiser, up until that moment, had never kicked a behind for the season. This was his first season. And at that point, he kicked his 8th goal for his career and the season. And so his first 8 shots were goals. I thought you liked that one.
No, I did because he was a good set shot. Always has been, always will be.
Now, this will be pushing it, but I might get the chat involved. Somebody played their 100th game. I don't know if you're going to remember, Ari, but I reckon the chat will definitely know this player's name. Who played their 100th game? I'll give you a clue. His number was in the 30s.
That does not help me one single bit.
Okay.
I barely know the numbers for the current players. 100th game in 08. How many games did he play? Did he play into the 2010s for us?
Borderline, but yes.
Okay. So he played on for a couple more years. 100 in 2008. Yeah, it would be someone. My mind is going to players who were like relatively old but didn't play a lot of footy. It's not like a player who played like every single game for the first couple of seasons. Is it someone like Ryan Houlihan?
Someone like Ryan Houlihan. Great guess. It's not Ryan Houlihan, but someone kind of like in the era.
In that, oh God.
He played up until 2009. He actually played in the final. The final was his last game for the club. I'll give you another clue.
It's not Cameron Cloak, is it?
It's not Cameron Cloak. Somebody has guessed it in the chat.
Yeah, I'm not going to. I won't look at the chat.
All right.
Can I have position?
Forward? Yeah, it was a forward, like a third tall, half forward-ish. A journeyman or a battler.
Journeyman.
Yeah. Also a train driver.
Yeah, no.
If you watch the channel closely, you would know that reference closely.
No, unfortunately, I don't. I'm just going to guess random players from that era, but I just don't know.
Got another clue for you.
Go.
He worked or works with Rocco.
Should I know this?
Yeah, Johnny Holden knows. Yeah.
His first name is oh my God, I should know this. And it's like on the tip of my tongue, like big time. Simon Wiggins?
Yes.
There we go.
Yes. Simon Wiggins.
There we go.
Simon Wiggins.
Got there.
Yeah, he played his 100th game. He kicked our second goal.
Right.
Favola takes a beautiful mark on the lead from an elite kick from Mark Murphy. Brian Lake remonstrates after the mark, gives away a 50-meter penalty. On the way to the square, Fev decks Brian Lake and reverses the free. So now in the second quarter, we move to this. The Dogs are up 27-16. Nick Stevens to Fev on the lead. Beautiful goal. Wiggins kicks his second goal after Nathan Eagleton fails to give the ball back to him in time.
Nathan Eagleton, penalty. That's the name. Yeah. Jesus.
Yeah. So Wiggins then goes to kick his third goal with 9 minutes left in the second quarter. Then it blows out, and I mean badly. It's 40-72. We're down. 15 minutes to go in the third. Judd kicks a goal with his 4th shot on goal. This would be his first goal of the game. He kicked 3 behinds. Then the lead for the Dogs blows out to 37. It's 47-84 at this point. Fev marks and goals from a very, very tight angle. Wiggins then kicks his 4th. 18 minutes gone in the third. We're down 59-90. Scotland, that's Heath, kicks a goal from about 45, and the comeback's on. Murphy intercepts this incredible handball in our defensive 50, kicks a goal, 71-96. Judd's clearance work started really coming to the top here. And I don't know why, but this is probably, I think it was this game that really, like, the dominance at stoppage, the handballs out to space. Like, he had the aura in this game. He was elevating us. Handball out to Waite, who kicks to Fev, kicks a goal. Cruiser earns a free kick, kicks his 2nd goal of the game. So that makes it 9 of 9.
Right.
Then we get to the 4th quarter. Jordan Russell, beautiful kick to Favola, who goals to cut the margin to 3. So 93-96. Stevens then kicks to Fev, who kicks a goal. So you can imagine we're at Marvel, it's building.
Yeah,
Fev's taking marks on the lead. Like, the crowd is wild. Fev kicks a goal. We're up by 3 with 12 minutes to go. This is the first time we lead since the first goal of the game, which was
Matthew Cruiser.
Eddie takes on big bad Ben Hudson. And I mean, takes him on, sprints past him, kicks goal of the day, puts us up by 7, 104-97. Cruiser then again, 3rd goal, 10 goals straight, 10 shots. His first 10 shots on goal were goals. We then run away with it. We win 18 goals, 18, 126 to 15 goals, 898. Now, the reason why I think I was compelled and the reason why I was drawn to this game is because when I watched the highlights, it was like a 10-minute package in like literally 120p quality. It was awful.
I was going to say, where are you finding these highlights? Just on YouTube? Are they just there?
On YouTube. And this is like OG YouTube. Now, I'm going to play you a clip from the final siren, and I want to know if you can recognize who's in the crowd.
I feel like this... Okay, go. And then I'll make a comment.
I feel like you should know because it has been revealed at some point.
Yeah.
And it's going to remind you. So
maybe for one last possession. Rejoice, Blues fans. That September smell is still in the air.
Do you know who that was?
Is that a very, very young Matt Rowell?
He's a very, very young Matt Rowell. Yeah.
There you go.
Have you seen that?
Yeah. Didn't realize it was from this game though, but yeah, that clip's definitely been floated around. So that's when I kind of picked up on that. But yeah, you can spot him. Definitely Matt Rowell. You can see it in his face.
Definitely Matt Rowell. I'm gonna play it one more time, just because I saw it and then my eyes lit up and I'm like, I knew I was drawn to this game for something.
Maybe for one last possession. Rejoice, Blues fans. That September smell is still in the air.
Unreal.
Matty Rowell.
What a guy. What a boy.
Brownlow votes, Chris Judd, 3. Simon Wiggins, 2. Brendan Favola, 1.
There you go. What was Juddy's stat line at the end, if you have that on
Juddy's stat line, 32 possessions, 16 kicks, 16 handballs. He had a goal, 3 behinds, 2 tackles. Do they have clearances here? Because I reckon he had 100. No. No, he didn't.
100? That's heaps.
He was excellent.
Yeah.
He was excellent. Favola kicked 6 goals, 5.
Wow, just your lazy 11 scoring shots for the boy.
11 scoring shots, absolutely. Cameron Cloak played. Wiggins kicked 4 straight. Cruiser kicked 3 straight. A young, first
Baby.
year Matthew Cruiser, a little pup.
Doing that in your first season as a key ruckman for key forward is pretty impressive.
Yeah. So Brad Fisher played in this game. Michael Jamison, Betts, Cruiser, Stephen Brown, Mark Austin, Adam Hartlett. Yeah, it was
Hartlett. Yeah. Well, okay. Now, You're really scratching that part of the brain that hasn't been scratched in a while.
Yeah.
Just the nicheness. Love it.
Yep. So anyway, that was round 17, 2008. That's all I got for you.
Very good. Very good. I like that. I like the nostalgic part of that for me, because that's probably a bit before my time, but I would have been 4 watching that.
There is a 2-hour version of that game on YouTube if you want. That's got better quality.
You mean the full game?
The full game.
Yeah. Maybe I'll watch it.
Yeah.
Maybe you should have told me to watch it so I could prepare.
Well, why would I do that?
Yeah, that's a good point. Okay, moving on to my game. Is it time?
It's time.
So normally when we do these games, we run it through in chronological order. Kind of this happened and this happened, this happened. But I've got a little bit of a different route to this. Just bear with me. Now, I'm going to recount round 5, 2019 at Marvel Stadium, Sunday, the 21st of April. And there are 3 key storylines which came out of this game. Some were very obvious at the time, some developed and have only come to the fore very recently. But the first storyline I would like to cover is something that I've titled The Beginning of the End. Any ideas of what this could possibly be about?
The end of our ability to not kick 100 points?
Close, not quite. And I quote Carlton president Mark Leduchet when appointing coach Brendan Bolton. Now that we have this very significant piece of the puzzle in place, we hope every Carlton supporter will get behind our club and join us in looking with enthusiasm to the future. It was the start of the 4th season of Brendan Bolton football at Carlton, and after very promising signs in 2016 and 17, the Blues were expected to make a leap forward in 2018 and really start mounting a charge up the ladder. However, what followed was a 2-win season, and pressure started heavily mounting on the new senior coach. 2019 had to be a significant jump in not only performance, but in result. And as we all know, that wasn't the case. As the Blues started the season 0-4, they were left languishing towards the lower end of the ladder once more. When the Blues put together their best performance of the season to date, beating the fancied Western Bulldogs by a considerable 44 points, all signs pointed to the start of the resurgence that we'd all been waiting for. Young stars Sam Petrosky-Seton and Zach Fisher had breakout games. Patrick Cripps had 37 touches and secured the 3 Brownlow votes. It was all going well. Or so we thought. Fast forward 7 weeks, and this was the only win that Carlton had recorded for the 2019 season, meaning that when time was called on Brendan Bolton's career at Carlton, this win against the Dogs marked his last as senior coach. From what we all thought was going to be the beginning of something great, turned out to be the beginning of the end. Storyline number 2, the actual beginning of something great. However, this game did see the beginning of something great, just not through the avenue in which we expected. Rewinding 10 years, Carlton great Brendan Favola was unceremoniously sacked from the Carlton Football Club after his antics at that year's Brownlow medal. This left a gaping hole in the Carlton forward line that, until this day, was never filled. Enter Harry McCoy. Playing only his 20th game of senior football, Harry wasn't someone that Carlton fans had massive hopes of making an immediate impact. Having battled through injuries throughout the early stages of his career, his first real impact on the AFL stage was a 4-goal haul against the Eagles in just his 3rd game the year prior. However, it wasn't until this fateful day where he really showed us what was possible. An equal career-high 4 goals, capping it off with a marvellous snap from 40 metres out to put the game beyond doubt. 20 disposals and 11 marks, both career highs to that point, as well as securing his first ever Brownlow vote. This unassuming Sunday in April proved to be the making of one of the great Carlton forwards, who still has a lot of very quality footy left in him. And just to think his partner in crime had yet to hit his straps, that would only come a few months later in the reverse of this exact fixture. Last and final storyline, as my phone is breaking at a very inopportune time. We're back. The Ton Hoodoo. The Brendan Bolton. The Ton Hoodoo.
The Ton Hoodoo, yep.
The Brendan Bolton way of playing football was simple. Defend first and scoring will come later. This was evident by the output. as Carlton hadn't scored over 100 points in both the 2017 and 18 seasons and only did it twice in 2016. This was an unwarranted streak that was hanging over the Carlton Football Club, and everyone, from players, fans, and media, all knew it. As Zach Fisher stepped out of a stoppage and kicked a nice left foot goal, Dwayne Russell's call on commentary told the whole story. Trying to get that 100, he exclaimed. Time ticked away and hopes of breaking this hoodoo was all but gone, until a forward 50 stoppage with mere seconds left changed all that. A streak like this couldn't have possibly been broken by players who were partly responsible in creating its existence. So in reality, the burden, by default, fell onto one man. Of course, it was Sam Walsh, who, when he received the pass from Paddy Dow and went back to kick a right foot check side, there was little doubt over the result. The kid does it on cue with the last kick of the game. This call summarised it beautifully. The end of an unwarranted streak ended by the future.
Oof, that's powerful.
There you go.
5 years ago, man. Well done. That was great.
Thank you.
I remember how sharp we looked that day. I remember Michael Gibbons to Harry. Harry was something else that day. I actually remember it really clearly. I was extremely and severely hungover from the night before. I might have not slept and rolled into work from a massive party in Tel Aviv. I might have had an hour or 2 hours sleep.
I love that.
Yeah, I remember I was wearing a shirt, and this was back in the day when reviews of games were me. Like I would basically record my thoughts pre-game, quarter time, halftime, 3/4 time, and then end of the game. And I actually never said this, but yeah, I was extremely, extremely hungover, probably still drunk from that evening. I had a birthday or something, but we looked great.
We did. It was career best games for Samo and Fisher to that point. Fisher kicked the goal. Samo had a career high disposals. Cripps dominated. Harry had his breakout. Levi kicked a couple of big goals. Probably Gibbons' best game to the point for the club as well. Playing only his 5th game. Yeah, as Peter V says, Harry almost kicked the goal of the year, taking 7 bounces and then kicking it on the full, which, I guess that sort of tracks with all due respect to age.
Was this the week after Gold Coast?
Yeah. Yeah. And the rhetoric was Carlton don't know how to win. And then it was a 44-point win in the end.
We have come a long way.
Yeah, very much so.
A very, very, very long way. Yeah, wow.
It was a very. I went to this game. One of the few games I didn't go with my old man. I went with my brother and my mum. And that's something I remember. We were sitting level 4 in the pocket, not level 4 like behind the goals, but like on the side behind the goals. Yeah, I remember this vividly. Yeah.
2019, came home from Easter break looking forward to watching the game, but found a possum sitting on the curtain railing in my room. Spent the first half trying to get it out of the house. Now that is what this show is all about.
That's a story. Love that. Do you want to hear about... Here's another possum story related to the Carlton Football Club.
Okay.
So last year semi-final. Unbelievable night. Anyways, the night carries on. I end up getting home at about 2 a.m. My old man's still awake. We're trying to get to bed, whatever, and then we just hear some like banging in the roof. We're like, we know what this could be. Anyways, open the kind of loft sort of thing where you can see into the roof. And a couple of days before, we had set up a possum cage because we had a suspicion about there being a possum in our roof. Lo and behold, what was in the cage?
A possum?
A fully grown possum.
You mean like when you say cage, you mean like a trap? So the possum didn't know that it was a cage, and the ones that walked in, it couldn't walk out?
Yeah.
That's very Greek.
Well, yeah, we didn't want it, because the thing is, there was a loose tile on the top of our roof, so that's where they were coming in and out from. So we got some guys in to fix the tile, but that we thought all the possums had escaped, but we didn't realize that one was stuck in there. So we were like, okay, we have to get this thing out, otherwise we'll die, and that's just not good for anyone involved. So we got the cage, set it up, caught it, and then we released it back into the wild.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. There's
possum stories.
Yeah, possum stories. Yeah, Gokhan, he did have his best game ever. 35 touches. I reckon he had 26 at halftime and Cripps had 25 at halftime, or the other way around. Something like that.
It yeah, wouldn't have been far off.
Mm.
Wouldn't have been far off, sure. I'll bring up the exact stats so we can round this off. But yeah, what a time 2019. His last ever win as senior coach. How about it?
That's crazy. Yep.
How about it? So yeah, Harry kicked 4 goals, 3. Levi kicked 3 straight. Cripper 37, Samo 35 in a goal, Fisher 28 in a goal, Murph 28 in a goal, Sam Walsh 26 in a goal. Patrick Cripps 11 clearances, Samo with 7 clearances, Fisher with 7 clearances. The Brownlow votes that day: 3 for Patrick Cripps, 2 for Sam Churchy-Seaton, and 1 for Big Harry Mackay.
Big Harry Mackay. Well, there you go. I put this up on Twitter and I got some really interesting replies. And some of you in the chat are actually talking about one of these games. So the question was, what's your first memory when thinking of the Western Bulldogs? Somebody wrote the words Mark Archeri, and I think I saw some people talking about it in the chat. John Holden, I think I saw you talking about it. Did we kick 1 goal for the game? Can someone unpack what happened with the
Yes,
Western Bulldogs?
I actually know about this because I watched the front bar. So
Okay.
a couple of weeks ago, Sam Pang, there's a beautiful segment called Mark of the Week.
Uh-huh.
But it's not actually showcasing marks. It's getting on people who are called Mark.
Okay.
It's very clever. And they got this guy on. And yeah, we kicked 1 goal for the game. And it was like, I think it was very late in the last quarter against the Dogs in late 80s, early 90s, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, early 90s. Yeah, and we kicked like 1 goal 11 or whatever it was, 1 goal 10. And it was like in the last kind of quarter of the game. And we lost.
Wait, we kicked 1 goal 10 for the game.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was away. It was away from
Can you
home.
imagine? Wait, so those of you that were there, so can you paint the scene? Like, if we kick 1 goal for the game, were they getting abused? Like, because I feel like if that happened today, the meltdowns would be what happened? Like, did we scream and shout at them? Like, what was the vibe?
Yeah, I just knew that story because I'm a nerd and watch the front bar and love it. So
we kicked our only goal with 5 minutes to go. Okay, it was pissing rain. Okay, it was wet conditions. Okay, I understand. Could I imagine that happening today?
Surely not. Like,
just play it out.
I don't think any team could do that today. Surely not. 1 goal. To be fair, North kicked only 1 goal against Geelong in 2019. In Geelong. They kicked like 1 goal 11 or 1 goal 13 for the game. And that was in 2019.
Last minutes of the game. It's a horrible winner's day. Heard bits about this. It was like a giant mud bath out at Footscray. Okay. It was a mud pit. All right. Wow. So there was that. I was curious about that. Now, someone wrote something interesting and I want to unpack it. A young Cripper getting subbed out for Judd, who did a hamstring 3 minutes in. Possibly the best sub duo of all time. Now, was this the game where Stuart Crameri pushed Judd in the back as Judd was running off, which contributed to the hamstring strain? Do you remember this, Ari?
That was 2014.
And that would have been Cripps' first season.
Yeah. But he didn't play.
He didn't play that game?
No, because he broke his leg.
He played 3 games in 2014 from memory?
I don't think it was this game. I don't think he played this game.
2014, he played 3 games. I'm going to find them. He played against Melbourne in round 4, the Western Bulldogs in round 5, and then Essendon in round 23. Now, against the Dogs, he had 7 possessions. That might be a game that he was subbed out in.
So there you go.
There you go.
But yeah, that was also a name where that was also a game where they had the names on the back of the jumpers.
Oh, it's good by you.
Thank you.
That's very good. Got another one here from Tim. My very first game I attended, 1978, round 10 at Western Oval, was only 6 and remember taking a train ride in a red Rattler. What? Remember taking a train in a red Rattler. Coughed up an 8-goal lead in the second quarter to eventually lose by 21 points. Calvin Templeton, inducted into the Hall of Fame this year, kicked 9 goals. Tim, that's elite.
I love that.
That is elite. Round 17, 1998 at Princess Park. Whitnell kicked 8. Brad Pearce did his knee. And we had a second quarter that went for 39 minutes and 45 seconds. We won by a lot. Then I walked across the road with my dad and went home.
Imagine a 40-minute quarter these days. Jesus.
It's elite. I'd love it.
We'll probably have it at some stage.
Yeah. Sticks kicked 10 goals 7 at the MCG in 1995 against the Bulldogs. Was anyone there?
The last time before Charlie of last year where a calm player kicked 10.
Is that right?
Mm.
What's a red Rattler? Oh, it's an old train used to have blue ones too. Ah. Red Rattler's type of train. There you go. I'd love to ride in a red Rattler instead of saying, I took the train.
What?
Wouldn't you?
No.
Wait. Is the red Rattler the one where you see footage of people like jumping on the back of it and you've got like the pole at the end? Is that what you mean by a red Rattler?
What are you talking about?
Have you not seen footage from like, older videos where like the first trains or trams? No. I don't know. Sounds like fun to me.
Yeah, I'm not disputing it. I'm not disputing it wasn't fun, but
okay, I've got it wrong. I'm thinking of something else. There were these old wooden trains. Okay. 1992 at the MCG, Doggies belted us. Danny Delray kicked a bag against us. Great Southern stand, just been redeveloped. The old NSL League soccer was on across the road at Olympic Park. Ari, your boys, the South Melbourne Hellas versus the Melbourne Knights. Absolute scenes, people everywhere, flares, etc. I was only 8 years old. You like that?
Love that. Danny Delray was also a person who was on the front path. Just there you go. There's saying that.
Okay. Watching Bruce Duperuzal kick a goal on Sevens Big League in 1984. What? First Carlton related memory is listening to Archeri kick our first goal in the last minute of the game, 1991, when John Georgiades kicked 8 of his 27 career goals on debut.
There you go.
Yep. Last round of 1977 in the top 5 all year, only to lose at the Western Oval and like season 2022, bundled out of the finals race. I didn't know that happened.
Nor did I.
Yeah.
He won there you go. There you go. Although we won the flag 2 years after that, so maybe it's good omen.
Yeah. Can we talk about the game where Charlie kicked 7 and we lost?
I explained my story of it on Monday.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want me to rehash, just for the sake of rehashing?
I think that might have been... Yeah, sure, you can rehash.
I'll give it a truncated version. So I had an 18th birthday that night. Watched the first quarter and a bit at home. I saw that we were down by a shit ton. I was like, went to the party, just kind of put my phone away as you do it. And 18th, just enjoy myself. At about 11:30, 12 o'clock at night, I was like, I wonder what happened with Carlton. Checked the scores and we lost by a point. And I was like, we came back and we just lost Jats. And then I saw the score word and saw that we came back initially and then they kicked away again. And then we came back with like 10 minutes to go and kicked 5 goals or 6 goals or whatever it was. And then I saw that Charlie kick 7 and I'm like, oh my God, I just missed like one of the games of the year. And went home and immediately watched the highlights or as much content and footage of that game as I could when I got home that night. If I had known that would have been the game, I wouldn't have probably wouldn't have gone to the birthday, but it was good regardless.
Now, you and I did this show last week, right? And you basically this show. We did this show last week.
We did.
You called me a fair weather supporter for not considering going to GWS. Would you like to comment on your comments?
I'm a changed man. It was 5 years ago. I feel like I've matured since then, and I've really put my priorities in check.
Since last week?
No, since the event that happened in 2019.
What happened in 2019?
This birthday.
Oh, the birthday.
If you were listening, which
I
you
wasn't.
bemoaned me for not doing. Oh, great. No, that's good.
My bad.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
I wasn't listening.
Yeah, that's
My
right.
bad. I was trying to get ready for the next part, but I wasn't listening.
I'm so not surprised. So it's whatever.
Yeah. But yeah, Charlie kicking 7. That was the first time I realized he was going to be superhuman good.
Charles, yeah, pretty good.
Yeah, because prior to that, it was only the round 1 game in 2018. He kicked 5, a couple of them from free kicks. I think 3 of them, but still dangerous. But this one was pure dominance.
Yeah, good play and can play.
What was the other passage of play from that game that often gets overlooked?
David Cunningham's pick up and goal in the last quarter.
Oh,
it's so good.
So good.
It's so good.
So good. He absolutely did his knee the week later. Okay. Are we ready for the game?
Bummer.
So I just want to make sure which game this is from. Oh no, it says it here. So this is from round 5, 2014.
So this was the game.
Which game?
Where Judd did his hamstring.
Yay. It is. It is actually. It's a good point. I guess we should get cracking. We have 11 minutes, ladies and gents. We know Judd played.
And we're not looking at
there you go. 3 disposals subbed on for Cripps. So that means Cripps.
Okay. Ed Kerno played and nearly died on the point post.
Okay.
If you remember that.
No,
because I remember this. He ran I think it was Ed. He went hip or rib first in into the behind post, I think. Or it might be a different game. Regardless, he played. Cameron Wood was our ruckman, I think.
Nope.
No, he wasn't. No, okay. Well, that's bad for me. It would have been.
It wasn't Cruiser.
Would be Warnock then.
Murphy, Mark, 28 disposals, 12 tackles, 2 goals. That's an elite game, if you ask me.
Definitely, certainly is. Warnock probably would have been our ruckman, surely. Yeah.
Robbie Warnock, 38 hit out.
Jesus.
Tom Bell.
Yes. Yeah, nice. Jared Wade, surely.
Dale Thomas, 1 goal, 7 tackles. Say Jared Wade. Yeah, very good. 3 goals. Betts? No.
No, gone.
Garlett? No.
No.
Yaren.
Yeah.
Warnock, Zach Tui.
Yeah.
No.
Oh,
God. Everett?
Yeah.
Great.
Henderson.
Good call. Lucky.
Jamison.
5 goals. Wow. No Jamison.
Rowe.
Sam Rowe, 98% time on ground.
Levi. Here we go.
Spent half the game in defense, half the game forward. Andrew Walker, good call. 638 meters gained.
I feel like this is where we're going to get a bit.
A running defender. Is that Doherty?
Gibbs.
Gibbs, good call.
Scotland.
Oh.
McLean.
No. 2014. Who's coaching us? Mick.
Menzel?
No. Oh, Bokhurst.
No. Kieran Byrne?
Carazzo? Oh, good call. Ellard. Yes.
Running defenders.
Running defenders.
Simo? Have we got Simo? Oh, yeah, okay, that's bad.
Wow.
There we go.
How do we forget Simo? We need a general midfielder and a running defender. Oh. No.
Who's our key back? Without
No.
Without Jamo, who would have been our key defender?
Silvani?
No.
Alex? Jason Tutt? No. Kane Lucas? Oh,
No, that's a great get.
great get.
It wasn't like Paul Bauer or saying, "Okay, that's too late for him."
Wait, let's break this down. In the elimination final, we had like
That's what I'm
Jamo,
thinking.
Henderson.
McGuinness?
It's not Jamison. It's not him. Levi?
You've already got Levi.
Got Levi?
Running defender as well is throwing me hard. Because
Simon White.
good get.
Great get. Okay, running defender. Tui? Oh. Whew. I spelled it wrong,
Nice.
I think.
There you go. Love that. There's some names there. Allard, Lucas, Warnock. Todd Bell. That's very good.
I think this is the era. This is us.
Yeah, we will smash it. We smash it, yeah.
I think. Do we want to try and go a little earlier?
Good.
I think you still contributed quite a bit. Like you weren't completely out.
Me? No, this is my shtick, mate. This is my
prime
style.
time.
Yeah.
All right. I like that one. That was one of our better.
Yeah, it was good. Did well there.
Maybe we should do one from like. What would you think would be super challenging? Well, obviously in the 90s would be super challenging for both of us.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll discuss. Who do we got next week?
North.
Who are you going to go for next week?
Oh, the Car Football Club, of course.
Oh, wow.
But like, I'll wear my Aiden Core badge.
Okay.
And my Aiden Bonner one as well.
Hey, what's your first memory of Patrick Cripps?
The 2015 game against the Saints in Wellington.
In Wellington. Those of you at home, what was the moment? The game, John, is called Sporkle. Is it Sporkle? I actually have a link to it. I'll put it here in the chat. But my question to the chat was, and all of you, what was the moment where you realized Cripps was going to be like really good?
What were yours?
I have a particular moment. My moment was the no-look handball to Tom Bell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In John Barker's first win.
Was it? I remember it and I was like, oh my God, he's special. He's like special.
Yeah, that was fucked. That was so good. Yeah, that was insane. I think that was. It feels weird because I feel like because we were so bad, that period from like his breakout in 2015 and then 16, 17, 18, it kind of feels like all just blends into one. So I can't really pick like a game. And then 19, it was like, oh, this guy, like he could probably win the Brownlow. He's kicking forward, having 35 and he's getting 26 votes on the Brownlow and he's just dominating. And then obviously 2020 onwards.
18 was really, I remember 18 a lot. 18 was really tough because he He was really good in 18, but we were like disgustingly bad. Yeah. The game in Melbourne. Oh, Peter, this is up there with the most outraged I've ever been at a game of football in my life. I watched Jordan Lewis king hit him. I was sitting behind the goals, Bay 3, the MCG. I was sitting right there, and I saw it happen. He ran up to him from behind, and he fucking king hit him, and I think he broke his jaw.
Yeah.
And to this day, I've never seen Jacob Wiedering. Like, Wieders went to that dark place, like that real dark place, and like really got into him. It was good. It was a young Wiedering.
Good.
Yeah.
I'm glad. I remember that. Not like as vividly, but I definitely remember like that whole happening and situation and stuff for sure.
I remember him breaking his leg. He kicked. I'm gonna say he kicked Jordan
Oliver?
Gisbert's. Who?
Was it Oliver? No, it was way too early for Oliver. It was 14.
Nah, I reckon he kicked Jordan Gisbert's or someone like that, or Tapscott.
I can't remember.
I remember that.
Did.
I also remember 2021. I thought he was done. I thought we had lost him.
I don't think I ever felt that, but I was like, I thought that there was a strong chance that he might have left. What would we have gotten for him in 2021? Was he out of contract? But he would have been restricted anyway, so we would have got compo. Or
we would have got compo.
Or we would have matched it, and then we would have to trade.
Yeah. Wow.
Imagine if he did. Imagine how different our club would be if he was like, I want to leave, I want to go to West Coast or Freo, and we match his offer and we get two firsts and a future first or something. Do you know how different our club would be?
We'd be fucked.
Oh, yeah. Oh, shit, yeah. Oh, shit, yeah.
We'd be on 6 wins right now, 7 wins.
We would have had to have traded those those picks that we got for him for like Petrarca. That would be like the only way that we could have salvaged that situation.
Yeah, because he's got this presence.
He's
such a big boy. Yeah.
Feel like you, mate.
Feel like me? I'm a big boy?
Yeah, massive. Just
massive.
Huge.
Now, did you notice anything about the thumbnail?
It's a very young Patrick Cripps.
Yeah. Did you like the touch?
Yeah. Pretty good.
Yeah.
Why don't you do young Cripper versus young Bond? That would have been good.
Well, because it's not Bond's milestone game.
True. But I also think it's very fitting that he's versing Bond.
I agree. I totally agree.
Yeah.
Do you remember the State of Origin game?
State of Origin game where he got him holding the ball, yeah. Where he caught him holding the ball on the forward flank.
We would have got Bond.
We probably, I mean, yeah.
There were rumours, mate. There were rumours swirling.
Well, no, we would have got Oliver because that was the rumor at the time.
Do you know Ethan made a graphic for me? I should find it. It's somewhere. I have a graphic of Clayton Oliver, like a welcome to Carlton, with a jersey swap of Clayton Oliver. 2019 when Sard came. Yeah. I've got to find it. I've got it somewhere.
That's funny.
Mm-hmm.
You should post that for April Fools.
Yep.
For sure.
Yeah, John, I remember this. So Rocker used to come on the fan cams and be like, why isn't he fucking signed? And I was like, I think you're right. A leader would have signed by now. And I bought into it. Yeah.
I think those 2 years, because it was over 2021, was very weird because COVID had still stuffed up the TPP and the list spots and stuff. So I think under normal circumstances he would have signed, but I don't think that was part of people's rational thinking at the time. So,
yeah, that's fair. That is fair. He signed an NDA. Signed NDA. Bontempelli signed an NDA. Yeah. What else do you want to reflect on with Patrick Cripps?
I mean, if we can speak about it for ages, if you really wanted to.
Were you here for Brownlow night on the stream?
I wasn't on the stream, but I was around.
Were you watching? Were you like? Did you ever pop in at any stage? No, it was just Pommy and I.
And the girls.
The girls did the start, the blue carpet.
Yeah.
It's one of the best moments ever on this channel.
Pretty good. And the stream for that would have been longer than 4 weeks before then. It would have been like 6 weeks before then.
The tribunal.
Yeah.
So there was tribunal, then there was appeal. Wasn't there a third? Didn't we appeal the appeal? Or am I tripping?
No, we appealed the tribunal.
We appealed the tribunal. Okay.
Yeah, so it's what the Swans are doing with Heaney right now.
So on the Tuesday, we did the tribunal stream. On the Thursday, we did the appeal stream.
Because I was out for dinner. I remember I was out for dinner that night, and the thing had started before I'd gone out. I'd gone out to dinner, then I went out for coffee afterwards, and then I'd gotten home, and it was still going on. I was like, what the hell?
I want to watch the moment. I want to watch the moment where he gets off.
Surely you've clipped it.
Surely I what?
You've clipped it.
No, I haven't clipped it, but I'll be able to kind of find it. It's got to be like towards the end, right?
Yeah, you think.
Popular. To this day, it is. So the Brownlow Medal Watch Along 2021, the one where Sam Walsh nearly won it, that is the highest viewed live stream on this channel with the appeal stream.
Right. There you go.
Oh my god! So many bad fan cams lead this, but anyway.
What really annoys me, and I find it funny, is when people are like, "Oh, he like it was a robbery of a Brownlow medal and all this stuff." I'm like, come off it. He literally got suspended and he failed at the tribunal. Blame the AFL for having an incompetent system, not our fault.
It's like, do people not remember what we had to sit through to get him off? They reckon like they acting like he just got off. Like,
yeah.
It was a 10-15 minute decision. Yeah.
No. 4.5 hours, nearly 5 hours.
He either says a lot about our commitment to the club or a lot about how tragic we are that we are now going to do a 2-hour live refreshing text.
2 hours, Tom reckons. 2 hours.
2 hours.
2 hours. Yeah, no worries, 2 hours.
Okay. It's got to be soon. Oh, wow, there are some heads here.
Yeah,
right?
They're losing both weeks. They're not winning another game.
Love it.
Fuck Collingwood. All right?
Love it.
That it looked like a reportable offence. I'm sorry. I can only be honest.
No. Wait, is there anyone here that didn't think, oh my God, that's a trip? So the guy in the bottom right, that's Lippy. He is a legend. I met him in Israel. Melbourne boy, loves the Blues. Great on his left foot. That he would get weeks for it. Hand up.
Oh, wow. Right back there.
No, and I'll tell you why. Because like the commentators and everything, they just brushed it off. So I was like, oh, maybe it's not.
Oh, my
He's
cheeks
playing.
are sore. Fuck.
Good job,
Oh
everyone.
my God, we're beating Melbourne. We're beating Collingwood.
And I'll tell you why. Because like the commentators and everything, they just brushed it off. So I was like, oh, maybe it's not that bad.
There was nothing.
Yeah, there was nothing around it
in the game until like 20 minutes later. Then like, might get suspended for that. Like it was an afterthought. It wasn't even in the moment.
True. You know what would have been funny if you had have earned a free kick when he got pushed to the ground right straight after.
This is a big trip.
I reckon Collingwood supporters are more nervous than us.
100%.
They don't want it.
Look at you. Look at you. You're in the car.
Wait, has it happened yet? I'm losing my mind.
I don't know.
I don't think Rocco was there before it was announced.
How do you reckon you stayed on long after it got? Nah, surely not. Surely you just wanted to get out of there.
I don't know. I want the moment. Yeah.
Care, but they care.
I reckon.
Start the song, baby.
what you could do is
Yeah.
go get out of full screen,
Yeah.
scroll down into the three dots. No. Actually, no. Go into the description.
Yeah.
Go show transcript.
Haha. Very good.
Control F
Control F.
and search like he got off or something like that, or he's playing. Or something.
Playing.
Yeah, and just like scroll down on the timestamps. No. Go up. Come on. This is like teaching my bubble how to use technology. Go up. And then go. Yeah, there you go. There we are. Well done, Terry.
Thanks, mate. Here we go.
Be somewhere there, surely.
It's got to be.
Yeah, search got off.
No, I didn't say it. I remember it. Get the fuck up, mate. Something like that. Music. That's my dad, ladies and gentlemen. We run the league. Okay, it's kind of here.
Yeah, you'd think.
Okay, it's kind of here. True. You know what would have been funny if you had have earned a free kick when he got pushed to the ground right straight after. Baz notices it before anyone from memory.
I reckon Collingwood supporters are more nervous than us.
100%.
They don't want him next week. I'm telling
Yeah,
you.
but
No Cripps.
they'll pretend they don't care, but they care. And like
They seem to be
pretend
very
they're-
active on the Carlton Twitter side these days.
Stop. Terry, go on Twitter, mate.
There we go.
Appeal has succeeded.
Let's
He's
go.
free to play.
What?
No, Paul, still in the moment.
Yeah, what a
Okay.
surprise.
Free to play.
No.
You're taking
No.
the piss.
Are you taking the
see it.
piss or?
No, he's free to play.
He's free to play.
Get the fuck up,
Let's go.
God.
Yalla Cripps.
He's a.
Yeah,
That's sick, man.
Wow.
4 hours and 40 minutes. It was
Wow,
all worth
wow.
it, baby.
Oh,
Wow. You got off.
There you go.
Goodness gracious.
Yeah.
I'm trying to search on David Zeta's Twitter if I want to see what the actual thing was. Yeah, Patrick Cripps, who has succeeded. Patrick Cripps is free to play at 10:39 p.m. And his first tweet of it was at 6.
Jesus. Yep. Special times.
What a time to be alive.
Special times. We've never lost an appeal that's gone for over 4 hours on this show, on this channel.
What, him and Boyd?
Yep. I reckon
How
Harry.
did Boyd's last 4 hours, by the way? It's outrageous. Surely the appeals board, like, come on, it's Jordan Boyd. Like, with all due respect, Jordan. Like, come on.
If the AFL ever decide to start filming and streaming tribunals, I think it's fair and reasonable that we are allowed to play it on this channel, given what we've given to AFL tribunal content.
Well, yeah, I don't think they can copyright it. What
No, they
exactly are they copywriting?
They
A
can't.
tribute, yeah. Although I don't know how it would work because it's all on Zoom these days. So, like, yeah. So,
I would say we sit comfortably with David Zeta as people who have
yeah,
really brought tribunal content to the surface.
he's made his brand. So for people who are wondering how you can grow in like this world of social media and stuff, just find a niche. And David Zeta has found the tribunal as his niche, and it's worked. It's great. It's awesome.
I don't think he even meant it.
No, definitely not. Because it would be the job that no one wants, but he would have had to do it because that's like part of the caper sort of deal, right? And it just worked for him.
I think he should tweet more during the submissions.
As in tweet gags or tweet about the tribunal itself?
More about what has been said. Because honestly, if you go back now in the history book, unless there's a transcript somewhere at AFL House now that just sort of sits there, which I'm assuming that there has to be,
Yeah,
Like the only public record right now of what happened in any of these proceedings is what he tweeted.
Yeah, for sure. Like, yeah, you can go back on his threads. You can go like, Townsend is suggesting the directions regarding law and fact were not understood by the tribunal jury, and that there was a wholesale failure to give directions in the lead up to the tribunal's decision. That's what we argued at that stage.
See that?
The tribunal reforms did not alter the nature of the tribunal to a committee. It retained the separation of the chairperson and the jurors, including the obligation of the chairperson to give directions on law and fact. It's just outrageous.
Yep.
It's just outrageous.
Did you know that how many goals has Charlie Curnow kicked?
A heap. A lot.
46. So he leads the Coleman.
He's kicked like 200, mate.
So he leads the Coleman. Ben King's kicked 43. Jesse Hogan's kicked 41. Harry is fourth with 39.
Yeah.
That's 85 goals between two players.
Is it Jake the Snake after it?
It is absolutely Jake the Snake. I'm just going to put it out there. It's a bit of a random Coleman medal race. Am I disrespectful in saying that?
What, Charlie?
No, as in like you got Waterman, Ben King, Hogan. I don't know.
Nah, Hogan's good. Hogan.
Okay, fair enough.
Hogan, good footballer. Ben King, breakout year. Waterman's a bit weird considering how bad West Coast have been, but he's also their only like half decent player with Harley Reid. Harry and Charlie, I think, are fair enough.
Jimmy says Harry's going to clinch it. Do you agree?
Oh, I did have to have a big back end, massive back end. But I think he's been better than Charlie this season by a considerable distance as well.
Yeah, I think he's been a more complete forward.
I think he's just been a better footballer than Charlie this season. Like, this might sound bizarre. I wouldn't have Charlie in my Australian team.
You have to, though.
I know you have to, but I think like Harry's been better, and I think Hogan's probably been on par. Maybe it's just the stupidly high expectations we've got of him.
It is. It's absolutely the stupidly high
expectations. A victim of his own success.
What if I told you that Charlie's still going to get better because he missed 2.5 years of football?
Oh, it's scary. It's so scary.
Yeah.
No, it's fucked. Yeah.
When is X2? Guys, tickets to this week's game are $250. Can anyone point me to the right place for reasonable price tickets? Really?
Yeah, it's because it's sold out. It's only standing room left, I think.
So standing room's costing $250, or is this from one of those sites?
No, it's on Ticketek $250, but I think it's like the posh seats.
Ugh.
I never have tickets, so I never sort that out. I'll figure it out.
You still don't have a ticket? At this point, I mean, sometimes people reach out that can't go, and they just let me know and they send their tickets across. If there's anyone out there that is in that position and they know they're not going to be at the game, they get sick or something, let me know so I can forward the tickets onto a Carlton supporter. But yeah, I don't really know how to answer this question. I don't know what a better solution is right now, to be honest.
I mean, there's GA. If you're a member, you can walk in GA, but you would have to get there early to get a seat.
But it's a Bulldogs home game, no?
If you got home and away membership.
You got home and away. Okay.
Yeah. Pretty sure that's how it works. Yeah, it'd be home and away Melbourne. Yeah.
Predictions for this week?
We bounce back. We have to, right? Yeah. Hopefully by a margin. By a margin would be nice.
I reckon there's going to be a comeback by us.
As in, we're going to be down?
Yeah.
I hope not.
No, I reckon there'll be a little bit of a comeback. I think the Dogs will start well, and I reckon we will absorb, and then I reckon we will run away with it. I think it'll be a strong response and a reminder about how important the focus is. And I think this is the Charlie game, without wanting to put the Moz on, but this is it.
Yeah. Hopefully. Yeah. We should win, right? I feel like we're confident enough to say that we should win.
We should win. We should absolutely win. We should absolutely be winning this game.
relatively comfortably, I'd say. I think we're good enough. We're strong enough in the right areas, and we can expose them with our assets forward, especially.
Wow, assets. Some big words.
Yeah, that two-syllable word, asset. Yeah, I'd like to think we'd get it done kind of convincingly. And from the start of the game as well. I don't want this arm wrestle for a half and then we kick away. I want a solid gap opened early and just maintained, like a good, solid professional football team.
Yep. No, I'm with you. Wayne, when will the AFL put our games away at the G? 100,000 membership Marvel too small. Yeah, well, I think it's pretty much from next year onwards.
We have to.
Yeah, it's the deal. It depends on it depends on how many games we win this year. I think. I genuinely believe that.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I also don't think it matters from this point onwards. I think we've proven ourselves now at this stage to flip it and kind of get a Collingwood style of fixture split by having the majority of our home games at the G instead of having the 7 and what's our current split 6 and 5 at Marvel, isn't it? Yeah. So at a minimum, you'll flip around. Hopefully, we start getting some 8 and 3s or some 9 and 2s. That'd be good.
All right, that's reflections. Ari, great work.
Thank you very much. Likewise.
Ladies and gents, thanks for being here. Enjoy your evening. Oh, 2 things to check out. Number 1, Lockie Cowan interview. Number 2, the round 18 preview.
Moo.
Don't do that.
Moo.
Bye, everyone.
Moo.